Hey y'all, it is sunshine. I'm sitting up higher, can y'all tell? The honey they were gonna get rid of this chair. And he's like, do you want this chair? And I said, well, what's wrong with it? Why are they getting rid of it? And he's like, well, the hydraulics are at the lowest point. He said, but it's really good for a desk still. And I said, yeah, bring it home. The worst that can happen, my fat butt sits in it. It breaks. We take it to the dumpster. Not a big deal. Well, at the pharmacy that he works at, they have counter height. So this chair is made for up high. So at the lowest, it fits perfectly with my table. So now I feel like I'm all sitting up high. Because my other chair, bless her heart, I love that chair, okay? But I found her at a Goodwill. She probably was from 1970s or so, 80s. And she was getting old and going down in a hill in a hurry. So he brought this home, this chair. I love this chair. So, but the only complaint I have about this chair is at the corners of the seat, it flares up like this on the corners. So my legs are a little bit achy on that part because I can't reach the floor. I know, right? I have a 36-inch inseam and I still can't reach the floor. It is what it is. So, also, I'm going to record a video real quick before I go into a food coma. We're having a huge event at the church tomorrow. We're doing barrel racing. We're going to have vendors. I'm going to be a vendor. We're going to have carnival for kids. We're handing out candy. We're doing a whole shindig. And he and the guys he's part of the chuck wagon team and the cooking team and the arena team, all kind of mixed there together. Him and the guys are going to go over there all night and smoke some briskets, and they're doing brisket and yeah, shredded barbecue, pulled pork, there we go. So they're going to stay all night. So he handed me a little bit of money, and he said, listen, here's some money. Go get you some Chinese food, because here by us is really good, this place, and they serve a really good food. He says, and behave yourself. I think he was trying to bribe me, guys. I listen, all the injuries sustained this week has been accidents. It's never even occurred to me what would happen if I dropped a rotary cutter on my foot. That curiosity is no longer. Let's just say it's not cute. So he's like, stay off the stuff. Don't be climbing on stuff to go reach the other stuff. Just sit in your chair and behave. That is a sad thing, that when your husband has to bribe you to not hurt yourself and not to do stuff you're not supposed to be doing. I'm sorry, but sometimes you just got to take care of stuff yourself. Just saying. So, I had a little tragedy today. I'm working on this crocheted vest. It's called a vest. But I was going to do it and make it a cardigan. But this pattern, I realized way too late, and I'm not taking it apart, has these big arm openings. Like, there's no way I could add sleeves, okay? So it's got big arm openings. And, because it's made to be an open vest for summer. Anyway, I'm like one row done from the top, and I'm out of yarn. So I've got to wait till I can go to Joann's and get like 2 more skeins, maybe. A skein, maybe 2. I don't know. Because I want to be able to add sleeves to this, but I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do that yet. I forgot to get that part. Oh well. Uh, I made with the gingham fabric that tablecloths are made out of. That fabric mixed with some cherry fabric, and I made a table runner. I'm going to take that with me tomorrow. Santa cross stitch is coming along. So, yes. There's another pattern I want to start thanks to Miss Vicky. I don't know. I don't know how to share Miss Vicky's stuff. I'm sorry. But let me tell you, Miss Vicky can cross stitch as fast as I can crochet. This lady gets it done, and her work is amazing, y'all. She knows what she's doing, and it's really good. It's really, really good. So, yes. But there's 3 pieces to it. I can't remember. I want to say it's Hope, Faith, and Love. But I may be wrong. Faith, Hope, and Love. Yeah. Hope, Faith, and Love. And I'm going to use, Miss Beth has dyed me some more thread. Well, the first batch is with the Tapestry Weavers Band Sampler, something or other like that. I need to get back to that. I know her thread was right here. I have to go find it in a minute. But anyway, so I want to use that. It's made for variegated. So I'm probably going to use that thread. And I don't know, something else. I don't know. Because she dyes really good thread. Really good. I did get everything organized. Let me roll back there and get that. Don't look at my fat rolls. Just don't. Okay. I got it. I can roll with this chair. I'm hot still. What do y'all call this? Is this called a train case? Because I'm trying to find one that's not cardboard. This is really thick cardboard with a fake leather handle and a clasp. And it has my name on it. But it's starting to fall apart. And I want to find something else, but I can't. I think it's called a train case. Back in the day when ladies would travel. Is that what it's called? Y'all are smarter than me, so let's hear it in the comments. So, I was sorting by brand, but I felt like it was all over the place. Like, there's some over here, some over there, and it was just annoying. So I sorted it by color. I don't know if it got sorted correctly. You know, I'm not good with color. So I just put it together. But, you know, I've got the blues and all kinds of goodness in here. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so it's cardboard, and she's starting to fall apart really bad in the hinge part of things. And it has that dollar store logo on it, but it was a gift, so I don't know where it's come from. I mean, I know where it comes from, but I don't know what the technical term is for one of those. How do you find a solid case like that? I don't know. So, I'm sorry, my skin. We're dry here in Texas. It is October the 25th, and we're still in the 90s. We had to turn down the AC. It was at 73, and I turned it down just a notch because it was hot. It is still hot. I usually have this fan running, but it's blowing right on me. Nobody wants to hear all that noise. So, my exciting news for those that are still watching this mess. I've always wanted a sewing cabinet that has the set-in hole for the machine. And my friend from church, one of her relatives had just got one. I had found one in a storage unit or something. She's like, do you still want one of these? And I said, yes, I do. She goes, well, I'll take care of it. You just come pick it up because we have a big old truck. And I said, fine, we will go pick that thing up. And it was heavy. I was like, why is this heavy? Well, I mean, obviously, I guess there was a machine in there. I don't know. Long story short, we get it back to the house. And I set it up on the patio. And I look in there, and the machine is in there. I pop that machine up. Now, it's dirty. But it's not like gross dirty. It's just dusty. Like it's been in a barn. But in better shape. Does that make sense? The cabinet, I wanted it for the cabinet because I want to, my thought was I could put my Janome in there. It didn't line up with it. So I'm using the cabinet, but it's just not going to sit in there because there's no support under it. It's not one of those cabinets. It's one of the cabinets where the machine had the lip so it would sit in there. Okay, I don't have that on my Janome. Anyway, so the cabinet was already trying to be redone by somebody. They put some weird chalk paint on it or something. So I'm going to strip, I'm not just going to strip it. I'm just going to sand it off enough that I can spray paint it aqua. Or I'm really thinking, because my machine is pink and white, I'm going to spray paint it charcoal gray. Now you're thinking, that's not a cool color. I'm thinking charcoal gray because it's on Etsy and there's on Amazon and they're on eBay. But you know what I'm saying, the die cut stuff, it's not stickers. It's like die cuts, pictures of old vintage sewing ads, vintage labels, stuff like that. I think it's called Ephraim. Words? Somebody smarter than I am here. I want to decoupage the part that lays out flat. You have the machine side, right? Where your machine sits, and then that piece that folds out, and where you put your pieces, you do whatever, and, right there. On that part, I want to do the decoupage, and I want to make it a big collage of these vintage, things, or advertisements, or whatever I can get my hands on. Amazon has a whole book you can just cut out. A lot of places are printed out and then cut it out. I can't go to the library and print that much stuff out. That's just ridiculous. So for now, I put the one on the Amazon on my wish list, and we'll figure something out. I'll figure, because that one's a full book you can just cut out. Anyway, so I want to put Mod Podge down, stick it down, and then use a spray finish for wood to coat it and make sure it's sealed, to make sure it's flat and sealed. I know I could use Mod Podge, but I don't want to do that. I feel like I've talked about this already. Have I already talked about this? I don't know. Anyway, so it'll seal it and everything will be fine. I really do think I've talked about this. Oh no. I'm sorry if that's the case. Anyway, so I want to make sure it's all sealed up. But I think I'm going to go with the charcoal gray and do it that way. And I'm not looking for perfection. I don't make perfect quilts. I don't make perfect stuff. So it's not going to be perfect. I'm fine with that. But where I'm going with this is this machine. I cleaned it up. I pray I did not already tell you all this. Let me see when my last video was. Because I don't want y'all to sit here and go, well, you've already talked to us about this. So, the last one was the 21st or 4 days later. Okay, maybe. Okay, so if I've talked about this, I'm sorry. This is the last thing I'll talk about. The machine, I brought it inside. I unscrewed it from the cabinet, brought it inside, wiped it down really good She looks good. I was like, all right, I want to know if she works. So my husband's like, plug it in the kitchen where the plug is, where if something goes haywire, it'll turn the plug off. RFID something, I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, all right, you do it, because I've had nothing but bad with other appliances lately. Well, not lately, when we had our old place. He's like, all right. So he plugged it in, and he goes, you want to push the button? I said, not really. You push it. So he pushed it, and it works. It works. It needs to be oiled, but it works. So we're going to take it to a guy and see what it's worth, see how much it is. Because on eBay, this is eBay prices. So reality price, I don't think so. But eBay, with the cabinet and the sewing machine in pristine condition, you're looking at $1,200. You know, just the machine used, $200 to $300. Now, I am not saying I'm going to sell this thing, because I'm not 100% sure I would. But I do want to look into getting it cleaned and to get it maintained, something like that. And just to see, because there's a guy that does nothing but Singer. And then one of my church friends like, honey, you know, if you can sell it, sell it. She goes, nobody has to really know. And I said, well, if I sell it, then I'll just donate it to the arena team. She goes, you would first need to get you some groceries and stock up on that. And then if you feel like you want to donate the rest to the arena team at church, then do it. And that's what I'm going to do, I think. If I were to sell the machine. I'm just going to see what he has to say, because I'm curious on if it's even worth anything. But I think with it being from 1958 and a Stitch-O-Matic, everything I've looked at is a couple $100. And that would catch us up really well and still provide for our church arena team that we're both part of. Because we do a lot of stuff for our community. And our funding is really low right now. So I think that would be the best option, is to take care of our needs and our church's needs. You know, God will provide. God always does and always will, no matter what. So anyway, with that being said, I hope I did not repeat myself all over again. I'm sorry, but I can't remember. And that's partly because I don't do videos like I used to. But if y'all remember, I was doing videos like every other day, and they were only 5-6 minutes long. But I was able to remember what I'm doing. I guess I should take notes, right? But, you know, it's hard to take notes when your moderator eats all the crayons. I'm going in debt just trying to feed Miss Beth and her crayon addiction. Somebody, we need to get together, kidnap her, and take her to Crayon Anonymous. Miss Beth, I love you, honey. You are a fantastic human. And I got to talk to Ann for just a little bit. First of all, Ann, your grandbaby is the cutest thing ever, and I want to squeeze it. I don't know what is going on in my world, but I want to squeeze all the babies. I want to give them back, but I just want to squeeze them and snuggle them. But Ann has the cutest grandbaby. Oh my gosh. Oh. So it has been really good to be able to talk to her and visit with her. Such a sweet soul. Such a sweet soul. And so, yes. I can't remember. I think that's it, guys. I really do. I am going, oh, one more thing. I am going to start tonight and try to figure it out. I saw how to weave on some cardboard, and I thought, you know what, that would be genius, to learn to do that and make placemats with cotton. My cotton stash is out of control. Mostly it's not, I don't prefer the brand, but it's the cotton on the cone that is peaches and cream or whatever. I'm down to like the last 3 or 4. And I still have some. And I'm like, you know what? These would make good placemats. Really good. So I'm going to try to teach myself the cotton to loom on the cardboard. He brought me home a big box, so I'd have plenty of testing. But I'm not supposed to use sharp objects, but look what he don't know. I mean, come on. Every girl has one of these in reach. Am I correct? So, just saying. Just saying. I love you guys. Y'all take care. And I'm going to go find stuff to get into. Bye, guys.